This is continuing the investigation into the state of contempt towards the duty to treat personnel with care as required by the 2000 ago, the Times newspaper cabinet member with the brief for the National Health Service by the which, according to the report in the Times, or GP's practices for 10 years. Now, in the course of the long running investigation into the local council's Tower Hamlets, Newham, I have been questioning the various decision makers, including the incumbents in the post of mayor, such as Roxana Fias in the case of London Borough of Newham Council. Roxana Fias was only the Labour Party's nominee for the post of mayor the first time in 2018. And Fiaz was following the incumbency of 16 years by Robin Wales, who had become mayor at the expense of Newham in 2002. Now, there was Robin Wales was reported as having condemned individual critics and campaigners, notably side of the reach of any campaigning. When Wales was so confident because of his 4 terms landslide victory at the mayoral election at the expense of Newham, that he was considered to be unique among the incumbents as elected mayors in the United Kingdom. So when I got invited to suggest ideas about how to tackle Robin Wales as a guest on a program on a satellite outfit, few minutes before the program was due to go on air on 14th of March 2018, I said to the person inviting me that it was impossible to give them any opinion. It had to be done in a direct way. So I traveled by public transport across central London to reach the studio of the satellite television outlet at that time on the 14th of March 2018. Already on the stage, person who was presenting the program. The person who was presenting the program showed total inability to understand intellectual concept. So he treated Robin Wales as if by being the incumbent in the post of mayor, Robin Wales was to being treated with death, as opposed to me, who was parents, regardless the fact that the questions that I put during the half hour of the live program to Robin Wales were later described by the overwhelming majority of the Labour Party members watching that program, Labour Party members in Newham, in East London, that everything I had said was superb. This is not my word. This is the individual who told me, who was the presenter of that program. And he said that the viewers who ranged hundreds rang his number, telling me that they were most grateful for the way I had put Robin Wales through the interrogation. And the main question that I put, which the person presenting had no idea about the situation in Newham, had no idea about the constitution or anything to do with democracy or accountability. The questions that I put ranged from the one being that Robin Wales was abusing his position as the elected mayor. And he was, in effect, denying the elected councillors in Newham the opportunity to democratically hold him to account. The person who presented the program didn't have a clue, so he didn't follow up any of my questions, any of my observations about Robin Wales holding people down. Robin Wales brazenly misstated and misinterpreted what I did say about his dictatorial abuse of the position of mayor at the expense of Newham. He said my criticism of him, that is Robin Wales, nothing. In any case, Robin Wales didn't answer the questions, especially after he said that it was the Conservatives that had prevented him, that is the mayor of Newham, from solving the housing problem because they had restricted the use of the finance in solving the problem of housing in Newham. So I asked Robin Wales whether he had challenged the Conservative Party policy in a High Court challenge. And Robin Wales said that he didn't because he claimed he was legally advised not to challenge absurd opinion over housing. Robin Wales said he would send the legal advice. He would send the legal advice. He gave a different email address Now that was 14th of March 2018, and Robin Wales promised to send a copy of the legal advice to the program. Now today, it is the 3rd of August 2024, and Robin Wales never sent any copy of any legal advice to that program, nor did he acknowledge one single email that I sent to him to the address that he gave me. Now, obviously, Robin Wales was seen by the audience of the program as having lost the argument. And they said, according to the account given to me by the person who presented the program, that they were influenced by my treatment of Robin Wales. And they decided to vote for Roxana Fiaz as the candidate of the Labour Party at the election that was due to take place in May 2018. And they said to the presenter that, say our thanks to Mr. Muhammad Haque. We are most grateful to him, and please say our thanks to him fully for helping us choose the best candidate, and to say goodbye to Robin Wales. Now, obviously, after Roxana Fiaz got nominated as the candidate for election as mayor, and she got elected, of course, in May 2018, I continued to raise the question as to whether it was true that the mayor at the time of the borough was legally advised not to take the UK central government to court to challenge the central government's alleged prohibition against spending money in solving the housing crisis in Newham, for example. In June 2018, I was talking to somebody at the reception in the East Ham Town Hall, and out of the blue, I was greeted from behind by Roxana Fiaz, addressing me as if she had known me. Now that and she conversation because another person came on and she interrupted my conversation with Roxana Fiaz. And it was her pushing Roxana Fiaz away from the conversation that prevented the conversation going to a logical conclusion and further. But I followed up by sending details in emails to Roxana Fiaz. Followed up the conversation that she started by congratulating me, for thanking me for holding herself and her colleagues to account. And so Roxana Fiaz has replaced Robin Wales. And despite the fact that I have been sending literally hundreds of questions, hundreds of emails to Roxana Fias, the questions that remain outstanding about whether Robin Wales was telling the truth about being legally advised against taking the central government to court. Those questions remain unanswered, even by Roxana Fias. And her administration, various members of her administration, have actually what a priority could current income. Robin Wales has asserted from, and she has no excuse for covering up, but she has covered up and been covering the claim Robin Wales made that he was legally advised against taking the UK central government to court. So when West Streeting was reported as the Care Quality Commission having failed to carry out inspection for hospitals and GPs practices for 10 years, it was not a news, it was not a surprise. During my interrogation and challenge to Robin Wales on the 14th of March 2018 on the satellite program, which is no longer broadcasting, that particular brand is not broadcasting anymore. I covered many things, including directly challenging Robin Wales by saying that he was intimidating existing councillors on Newham Council, intimidating them, intimidating them from daring to ask him questions. And again, Robin Wales misconstrued and misinterpreted and misstated what my question and comment was. The state of lack of accountability by the Care Quality Commission extends to the behavior of the Council's social services. So much so that the idea of care owed, as required by the 2014 Care Act, the idea of care as owed to the people is treated as anathema by the personnel employed in the Newham Council Adult Social Care. This is analogous to the idea of negligence, brazen negligence of safeguarding children duties, for example, as has been evident and exhibited by successive regimes in the next door London Borough of Newham. Sorry, correction. Next door London Borough of Tower Hamlets. As illustrated and highlighted by the safeguarding negligence, safeguarding duties negligently, contemptuously denied by Tower Hamlets Council in the case of the four girls, Shamima Begum, Sharmima Begum, and the other two friends who were reported to have left the United Kingdom for Syria in February. The report came up in February 2015. From that date onwards, and up to this day today, which is the 3rd of August 2024, Tower Hamlets Council has not explained, made any statement as to why it has not discharged its safeguarding the children duties as owed to these four girls. Not one single member of Tower Hamlets Council elected on a banner, elected on a card, either of the Labour Party or of any other party, has raised the question about these girls. So we shall be continuing on Newham Council in later editions. This is just under 28 minutes long, this video, ending at 06:57 hours GMT on Saturday, the 3rd of August 2024.